Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, my name is Ilham and welcome to Ambar Ilham channel. Today I want to show you how to create the Pareto diagram in two ways. The first, we are using the Pareto diagram by using the countif function, and second one, I am using the large function. And this is the random function. Here for the quantity, if I press any function, for example I press delete, and then the quantity will change, so it will be automatically changed. And how to do that? First, I want to delete this one, and also want to delete this one too. I want to show you how to do that. The first, I'm using the countif function. The function is the countif, and then choose the double array in column D from D4 until D10, and then press F4 to lock the function, the reference, and then more than, and reference is D4. So if you can see the maximum here have no more and then 0, so there no more quantity than the highest one in here. So I want to change everything into 1, 2, 3, 4 until 7. So I want to add everything in here with +1. Okay, you can see that everything is changed automatically. And then the second, I'm using the index function. The function is I want to write the reference for the name, the problems here, the problem reference index, and then the reference is on column C from C4 until C10, and then use the F4 to lock the reference, comma, semicolon, or in some of Excel we are using the comma as separator among the function, but on my Excel I use the semicolon to separate among the function. And then use the match function. The match is from the row from A1, open bracket and then close bracket, semicolon, and the reference is from column E4 until E10, and then semicolon once more, and then the close bracket, semicolon, and then 0, and then close bracket. Okay, and then copy the function and paste it on the next row, or you can drag it by click twice. The next is I'm using the quantity reference by using the index and match function. Here we am using the index and match function equals index. The reference is the quantity in column D from D4 until D10, and then use the string function to lock the reference or the double array, and then match, semicolon, and match with the name of problems here in the column F in the cell F4, and the double array is from the C4 until C10, semicolon once more, and then 0 and double close bracket. double close bracket here, and click on twice, and you can see that everything in here is changed from the largest to the lowest. And for the cumulative percentage, I'm using the reference from the G4 sum G4 until G4, and then divided by sum G4 until G11. Use the string function for the first of G4 sum, and then divided by the total is used for the both of G4 until G10. As you can see, there's the not applicable function shown. Why? Because they are the same quantity shown on the table of list, on the list of table. So the second one, I'm going to use the second one here. Start from the here. I'm using the large function. I type large, and then the reference is on the table array from D13 until D19, and then use the string function to lock the reference array, and then use the rows reference from D13 until D13, and then lock the first of D13 by use the F4, and here we go. And the second, and I'm using the index and match function to define the problems, and the reference is on the C13 until C19, and match with the F13, and the table array is from D13 until D19. And then double cross bracket, and click twice to copy all the function to the next rows. And for the quantity, we have the same quantity for the large function we have defined previously. So I'm using the simple function equals to F13. Here F13, and copy all, and then use the for the percent cumulative, the sum from G13 until G13 divided by sum G13 until G19, and close bracket, and log the for the first of G13, and log for the divided by the all to total, and copy. And now you can see that there is the not applicable because we have the two values which has the same value, that is 700 and 700. So if we change and there is no the same quantity there, it will not the not applicable function shown on the list of the table. As you can see, when there are no the similar quantity, not the same quantity there on the list of the table, we don't have any error on the automatic Pareto diagram list. So I copy this the function all for the second. Now I'm gonna make the chart. I want to move to the right here first, and I'm using only 3 columns from F until H, and then use the insert. First, I want to delete the reference to make the Pareto diagram work, and then I'm only using these 3 columns. Use the insert, use the complete chart from Excel, and I'm using this combo box X bar chart for the first axis line and the line chart for the second axis line. And then just press OK or just press enter to define the chart. Here we go, the chart. The first I want to change the title. Pareto diagram, problems on delivery. Problems on delivery or on the expedition. Pareto diagram, problems on the expedition. And I want to change the gap into 0% first, and then the gap width 0%, overlap 0%, and gap width 0% too. This is the right Pareto diagram. And then for the next, I want to change the color. Before that, I want to change the total here. You can total the quantity, you can sum the total quantity and then put it as the maximum quantity on the maximum here, and then 0 for the minimum value. And next, I want to change the secondary axis. The minimum is 0% and the maximum is 100%. Before that, I want to change the chart color, the X bar. I'm using the standard color defined by the Excel. I'm using this sequence. You can choose any color you want. You can select them by your own creation. This is too small chart, so I'm not gonna change the color. And the last, I want to change the secondary axis. The minimum is 0% and the maximum is 100%. Change the minimum and the maximum first. 100% or 1.0, and the minimum is 0% or 0. And we have the chart here. Sorry, I want to check the total quantity here. Oh no, the total is not the same, so I want to change the maximum one with the total quantity. Change the total quantity here as the maximum, and then I want to add the data labels by right click and then add data labels. And also for the line chart, I want to add the data label too. And then I want to make the background for the data labels on the secondary axis. Now we already have the Pareto diagram problem on the expedition on the first step from the first table. Now I want to make the Pareto diagram once more for the second table. The first, I want to delete the function, the reference random function on the column D here. So I want to delete the function by the copy paste special as values. Now I want to make the chart first. Create the chart and then move it to the right, and then change chart title Pareto diagrams to problems on expedition. Then I want to change the maximum is the total here. You can see the result. Now before that, I want to copy and paste value special the quantity here, so the Pareto diagram will not change. After that, I want to define the x bar function for the first one with the minimum and the maximum. Now I'm define this and the maximum as the total value here, and the minimum is 0. Now I want to change the secondary axis. The minimum is 0%, the maximum is 100%. 0 and 1.0. That's all. 0 and 1.0. Now, okay. Now I'm gonna change the gap width from 0 to into 0%, and the overlap is 0% too. Now I want to change the sequence is from the dark red and then orange. I'm using this sequence from the standard colors provided by Excel. Okay, that's all. We have already made the Pareto diagrams 2 problems on the expedition. Now I'm going to add the data labels and also data label for the line chart, and then make the yellow as the background of the secondary data label. And then we already have the two Pareto diagram, the complete Pareto diagram here. And now I want to that's all finished. Thank you for watching. If you have any question regarding Excel, Word, or Google Sheet, please write down on the comment below. Inshallah, I will answer it on the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.